Well, let me see. Alright, it's Wednesday once again. We on the live. Yours truly RKG, waiting for third base. We have a special guest on the live tonight. This artist and myself, we go way back when it comes to the music. I've seen his growth, and I'm pretty sure you also saw his growth from the initial stage to where he is today. Very talented artist, great performer, great personality, and he's going to be here shortly. All right, I'm talking about Swappi. Swappi is going to be on the live in a short while. So all you have to do right now is go share the live with some friends. All right, we do it each and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. Yeah, so good vibes, good energy. I'm waiting on the man himself, Beast, to come join the live. So in the meantime, I'll invite a few people on the live as we get ready to go in. Let me see. Pam 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 pam. Right. Yeah. So only good vibes. Only good vibes. So all ladies that are a fan of Swappi, this is the opportunity to get up close and personal with the man himself. He's gonna join us shortly, and I await Peace Agent Akshaw to come on. Let me make sure we have this in check right here. All right. So Peace is gonna join us shortly. Feel free to ask Swappi. I mean, nowadays, realizing that, and which is a good thing. I realizing the youths, they put on the gun and they pick up the gloves. That's what we're saying. They put on the gun and they pick up the gloves. So everything is boxing. It has gone viral. You'll give me a take on it. You go on the Instagram, you're seeing, Swizzle Stickman up against Muti. You're seeing this one up against this one. And it does look like a good vibe, a good energy, you know what I mean? The best thing is they box it out, you know what I mean, than use weapons and it go. You know the thing go. Empress Natty on the inside. Welcome. It's all about on the live. Alright, so Beast is gonna join me in a short. Swappi is gonna join us in a short also tonight. We do every Wednesday. We interview a different person. Whether it's a radio personality, an artist, a sportsman, a doctor. We had last week we had Dr. Raj. Very interesting interview last week with Dr. Raj on the live. This week we have Swappi. Swappathon is gonna join us in a little while. So we'll see.
Ready for them already.
But I ain't hear any song. It's supposed to have a song playing in the background, boy.
Yeah, but I don't want us to get cut off, boy. I was gonna play Rocky Team.
all right, good.
I could play this.
Don't play this.
I could play this.
Well, I can play that.
Up uppercut and your uppercut.
Like you went and do a few push-ups, boy.
Yeah, boy. I used to fight in school in a real fight almost every day.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
You ever win any?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah. And lose. How much you lose?
I'll be losing. But it depends. Depends on what you're thinking losing. I mean, we both end up, kind of thing. But then after a while, I realized, well, that fighting thing ain't making no sense. And then I started, do other things.
I remember, I was no big fighter in school, but I remember it's a guy back in my days now, right? Now I went Maloney Government Primary School.
Oh,
right?
I will fight, boy.
So, I think I was in standard 4 boy. So that fella, they used to call him Joker. Right? Man, what's that? The man he was the bad man in school. He was the bad man in school.
Okay.
Right? So he was in my class, and I remember he made a joke with the teacher. Like he was wild out with the teacher.
Yeah.
And the teacher got vexed and said, "Hey, what's going on? Come in front of the class and kneel down." So the man come in front of the class, the man kneel down. Boy, and I laugh out. Who tell me to laugh? The man sit down in the class. He say, "After school, you get." Doesn't even want to tell me, hey, bro. After school, you going and get. Me really taking one, eh? But I walk in, ting. All of a sudden, I see this man jump out of nowhere and backs and slap.
Yeah.
Daddy, now remember, they know me to be no fighter in school. They know me as a quiet boy.
Yeah. So men like all this, so you had to watch.
Daddy, well, I hold on to that. And I give that one of the sweetest cutters he ever get. Watch now. The man get so much licks, Daddy. You understand?
Yeah.
Watch now, he friends and all that to share money. No? Man, friends and when I leave this, that was home time. And when I leave this school, I walk out and I walk in out the gate. A teacher called me. I always remember this. Teacher called me. Teacher called me by my car. Plus, he was a menace in school now. The teacher called me. Yeah. She whispered in my ear. Here, great job.
Yeah.
Serious, though.
Teacher and all chair. You ever see a girl beat up a fella?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'm like some girl already. I ain't gonna lie. Right? You know who sister it was?
Who?
Snipes sister, boy. Me and Snipes.
Okay.
What's that? She was pushing more the chair in a long time. About 3-4 y'all in one chair now. She pushing more. So go be yourself now. When I get fed up, she push her back. What?
Yeah.
You'll take her school bag and load me listen. But you know that girl you want to tell at the end of it, the teacher called me, make me walk around the school 7 times. A man named Mr. Sandy. Right? Remember they used to hold your pants. I don't know where they used to hold your pants with the whip. Grab your pants and tight it now.
Yeah.
Grab your pants so tightly pants and about 7 back on top of all of that.
Yeah, boy. I see a girl because we used to mostly fight on the bus, Trinity bus. So it was to get a seat on the bus now. Some fellas want to bully you when you're sitting down, they want you to stand up. Some men want to take your seat and all kind of things. So that way most of the fights used to happen. I have other students used to take the bus. Now the bus used to go all the way to Trinity. It was really PTSD bus, but we Trinity boys always felt like we owned the bus. Because we was the last stop. So a girl from Tranquil and things sit down in the bus, and this fella name Trevor tell her, "Yo, boy, get up now, disco pig, boy."
Disco pig?
Disco pig, boy, because she was,
Disco pig,
and she was in cadet something, eh? He didn't know that, boy. But she well beaten, boy. Ooh, disco pig done that, man, boy. Boy, we had some good times. But what's the nice thing about the fighting long time is some of the fellas you fought with end up being some of your friends, end up being your friends,
Yeah, that
friends. A lot of things.
That one. I was explaining, at least the put it on the gun and the picking up the gloves now.
Well, we would only hope, a lot of good things could come out. I was talking to Swappi manager Isaacs, and a lot of good things could have come out of that. I mean, even though they stop it and thing, but a lot of good things could come out of that. We could have get the next Olympic, boxing champion out of this fall, if it develop and it going to the right way and thing,
Some of them fellas have skills, Some of them fellas have some serious
skills. Right now the big fight is Muti and Swizzle, by
Muti and Swizzle. Muti and Swizzle, boy. You like Swizzle? You like Swizzle? Muti and Sammy,
oh, if I didn't really think him, man.
No, we realize now, when I see Swappi, well, if you realize the man progression, you realize he started in the gym and he started training and thing. When I find Swappi like he taking this boxing thing.
Yeah, so training long time. Yeah. Well, something for the week, boy. It was real sad with that story with that baby, with the baby that get chopped by. I was real sad.
You know the sad part about that story?
Yeah.
The woman said that the man had a history of being a violent person.
24 years she was in a relationship. I find she should get charged too.
But
I find she should get charged too.
You seen a relationship that long, boy, with that kind of...
Well, but there's some women I think getting out of an abusive relationship is harder, is real hard. You know, I can't understand it, don't even try to understand it. But you put a child in that, boy, if you have a child around that, you should get charged too, boy. That's real terrible, boy. 15-month-old baby had to die, boy. A child ain't started to live yet.
That real hard. That real hard.
And what kind of man you is?
That shows the mentality of the individual. Because if you, as a man, in the first place, could take up, you see a woman holding a child.
Yeah, boy.
Draw for a cutlass.
And
with
still
the child in hand.
Yeah,
and pale chop behind. Nah.
Yeah. You need to tell she put on the child. You need to tell she put on the child, you know. Man still pale chop, boy. But they're supposed to hang that.
Hang that.
Yeah.
Why finish to bring back the young man? But the young man there is just that need to fasten up the process. You know what I mean?
The man, I wonder what.
Yeah, pass. You hear what you want?
Yeah, what I want.
You take it out?
What do you mean? Taking our work Friday. Every Friday on the promenade, hanging some people.
What about the lethal injection?
Nah,
which one you find more gruesome? Which one you find more gruesome, you know?
The hanging.
The hanging?
Yeah.
And with a certain countries there is line up and leg with the clip on you, know?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, there's line up and that's leg with on you. So here is joke. So Swappi, big up to Swappi. Monday Swappi message me now after 9 swap. Already so check me. Already when I watch the flyer, right? The first flyer we said them say tonight.
Oh, okay. Right.
Swappi like he was ready. I know we're going to with him tonight with the time 15. Swap it on. Let's see, swap it on. Somebody tag Swappi, please. I hope Swappi ain't going to sleep on me, you know. I hope you're ready.
Message, he's actually or something, yeah.
I seen Christopher Boynes in the live, boy. We got to Christopher Boynes, boy.
CB,
yeah, boy. That's the man who keep my
That's your mentor, you know.
Yeah, that's the man who keep me the blind radio, you know.
Yeah, that's the man who play one of my first mixes on radio, boy. He's just on a mix and a cassette and thing as a DJ. Yeah, he played that, boy, back in the 95 days. Yeah. Yeah, man. So
because Boynes is one of the coolest guys. One of the coolest guys, you know. I every interview I go on, I always acknowledge him because you know, as always remember when I started working on radio, we actually I went to release a song. We got Kimmy on the live, you know. I went to release a song, right? And while me releasing the song now, I happened to ask him because I already did my broadcasting. I happened to ask, I say, Chris, you all hiring anybody? Chris said, nah, we really hiring anybody, you know, but you know what, do a demo and drop it in still. Boy, next day, I go and think, I do my demo real, fix up my demo nice, bring it back for Chris. Yeah. Chris told me, he listened to the demo, but while he listened to the demo, I find this man in a no face expression at all while he listened to this demo, boy. So I thinking to myself, no, I seen, boy, like this man really ain't feeling my demo. And I real package my demo. I put all kind of commercial ad and thing in it. Yeah. But I leave that building feeling depressed. But next 2 days, there's a call again.
Nice, man. He was listening, you know. Yeah, like them bubblehead, you know. Them bubblehead bouncing. Yeah, man.
So big up to Chris and big up to Brandon Cantu, you know. Those were the two guys that had the meeting with the official meeting the next 2 days, and from that it was RKG, yeah big up to Ramona.
Ramona, boy.
Pretty
Ramona DJ, no one thing, you know.
Yeah, well, I seen that. I said my song on it.
I said I'm a song, Ramona, you better play this song, eh? Now Ramona nice, man.
Next thing, Roman, I said, you like them read the teachers and them.
Right? For sure.
Oh, God.
So what's happening, boy? What's happening, boy? Well, Gary
But
Griffith,
yes,
boy. What, boy?
boy, what do you think about that?
Well, boy, I think it's real sad. It's real sad to see how they treated the Griffers. Even if you have something on them, you don't want the man back. Just say, Gary, boy, why is it? I don't want the man hanging, but the man still holding on. The man still saying he's acting commissioner, after the night on the news.
Yeah.
But the man ain't giving up at all, boy. He will love that work. If I was me, Gary, I don't like to go where I'm not welcome, boy. I would have gone. I take my package, wherever it is, and leave and go and enjoy my life with my wife and my son or something, boy. To try to save this country.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, that's a life. That's a job you're putting your life on the line, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
No?
It is. Another thing I saw this week, I think it was what country, boy? It's a volcano erupted.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in Hawaii.
I think I saw that. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, Hawaii, a volcano erupted. But what's like that lava, boy? If you see that lava.
And what about going on by the Texas border right now? With them Haitians, but you see how they beating them with whip and thing?
Yes, boy.
Yeah, boy.
This one, man. Big up to Carol. Big up to Carol on the live. Big up to Carol on the live. As I was saying before, Swappi is one of the men and them who came up. I mean, I remember when Swappi bus, the year Swappi bus, it was actually in 2009.
Okay.
Because I had Bossa Wine before he tune in 2009 too, and we both were in Soca.
Okay.
He had the now go play.
Now go play. Yeah. Now go play.
He had the now go play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he just took off. I think Hot Dog was managing in that time.
Yeah, man. Marlon was managing him. But they say Swappi was a bouncer and stuff in the attic. I don't remember Swappi in the attic at all. As a bouncer.
Yeah, I think he was in security when he started.
Yeah. I don't remember him.
But he was always, Swappi, even in the early days, Swappi was always, to me, that's my personal interaction with Swappi, was always a humble guy.
Yeah, always.
He was always. I remember even before he bust, I remember, because I already started radio. I'd already started radio, and Swappi would come to me. And, he used to do gospel at first.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Swappi used to do gospel?
Yeah, Swappi was a gospel artist. Only talk Swappi now. Swappi like for Monday.
Yeah, Swappi like for Monday. You see, when you tell me that I would have called him. You call him today. Did you call him today and say Swappi is tonight?
Yes, me and him talk. I message him and he say, yeah, we on the thing, right?
Right.
So only talk Swappi. Somebody calls Swappi. Yeah, what to do? You want to jump off the live?
Yeah, let me jump off the live and I'll call him.
Yeah, call him.
Right, okay. How do you know whether? I wonder if I number. Anyway, I have Isaac's number. I'll call him.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are waiting Swappi. Alright, Swappi like Monday and say, yes, KG. Are you ready? And Monday, apparently the graphics that we did, it was saying tonight. So when he saw, he thought the show was on Monday. But I had to tell him at the time, it's actually today, which is Wednesday. So yeah, I'll make some money, but it's tonight. I know if he's today's time is actually 20 after night. He's supposed to be inside. I doubt he's training. So we're gonna be talking about a little bit about entertainment on a whole, and Swappi and his entire career. So people, all these Swappi fans, big up Johnny Bravo on the live, big up Mira on the live, Epic Beauty on the live. For those who are on the live, you can tell me, what you like about Swappi, what you like about the art. Right? Yeah, Swappi fan. Big up to Orlando Octave, I see now, join the live. What you like about the Swappathon. And you feel free also to come on the live and have a discussion with Swappathon on the live. All right, let me see. Bam. Big up Kimmy. Big up the last Quivers team. Yo, let's tag him. Let's tag Swappi and tell him he have us waiting. Say Swappi have us waiting. That's people on the live, let's tag him. Let's see if I can. Alright. So. Alright. I know someone on the live week right now, Swappi. Alright, so I'm feeling Swappi. It's the only one like he. I love his moves when he's performing. Alright, so they say they love Swappi move when he's performing. Or little dance moves. That kind of vibe. You see. What else? Somebody asking if Gumona okay. What else you love about Swappi, ladies? Tell us message. Waiting for the artist. Alright, so I'm seeing here Swappi. Yes, he have some best moves, especially when he's singing. He now go play. Boys. I seen it looking like you're right. Looking like alright. And looking like he on the live. Looking like he coming. Alright, the artist. The artist like he ready. The artist like he ready. Boy.
Yo.
Finally, boy.
Yes,
I still like in a hotel me, yo.
No, I was eating something there.
All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
base call, yeah?
Base? No. Isaac now called man tell me that he was trying to reach me.
All right. Nice. Because base on the live too, he just step out to get a call to come back. Let me see if I can get him back on the live here as you get ready. See if I get him back on the live. This man. All right. So I said him. All right. So. All right, base. So when you're ready, join. All right.
Yeah, boys.
Be on the inside.
Swaps.
Yes,
Swaps, I say like you're afraid, my boy Swaps, but like you want to come, on the live, bud. Huh?
Nah,
What's going on, you good?
Yeah, I was training and thing, and so and I was now eating up and after training, so I'm tired now, so so.
Yeah, man. You still that training serious, but you train every day.
Every day I learning something new, so I liking it, and I just encouraging people to do it and follow through. And right now it's taking over the place, man. So it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to get involved in.
Yeah, Swappi, welcome on the live. As I was saying before, correct me if I'm going anywhere wrong, right? But I was saying before, I remember your actual time that you break through. It was in 2009, right? Breakthrough song. That is with 2009 into 2010. Now go play.
Yeah, correct. 2009 into 2010, yeah.
And I was telling them I remember that because that year I had my first hit too, and they ended up linking my Braxton because I was see any song. Now go play, and I said, but who sing the song, boy? Who sing the song?
Yeah.
And then I'm meeting Daryl Braxton studio with her dog, and they say, boy, it's me sing that too, boy. And the song just take off, But before we get into the boxing, we're going on right now with you. This is a platform with myself and Beast where we go down the road with the artists on their journey, from the inception where they started. Now I was telling Beast something, and this is what I know, right? When you started, you used to sing gospel, right?
Yeah, you do some
Yeah?
good history, boy. You do some real history.
Not my, I ain't
Yeah.
only him know that.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Correct.
Wow, okay.
Go on.
Nice one.
Tell us, Swappi. Tell us before, you know, the popular Swappi, the brand itself. How was the journey before you actually get the name Swappi and started and got the big hit? Give us that journey from the gospel days to the band days to now.
And boy, everything started out in 2002. 2002 is when I started out doing gospel and stuff, and then I formed a band, and that
Right.
band was called Revelation.
Right.
And Omi Makano was my drummer.
You lie.
Yeah.
Who was that drummer?
Yeah, Omi real bad at drums. He could beat drums real bad, and people don't know that. And we went all over church to church doing crusade and mashing up the place. And I had a big song, but it is still play on the gospel station. A song called Clear the Way. When I hear that song, Clear the Way, and that tune is still play on the gospels on that circuit. So I used to do my thing over on that side, real nice, man. Yeah, the thing was nice, and they where it started off from.
No, check it out. You say, what was the name before? It wasn't Swappi at that time.
Nah, it was Revelation. So they used to call the band Revelation, and they used to call me Revo for short.
Revo.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. What made him make the transition to what happened? He just decided to stop singing because he was talking before and he was saying
I remember I always hear that you were a bouncer, was doing security and being a bouncer and taking on me.
That is later down the road. That is we talking the early part of Swappi. Yeah, that is just before the birth of Swap.
Right.
So you can write a book, but you have a great story, boy.
Yeah, definitely. It's chapters, you know, and sometimes you just other let people see a chapter too, because life is a book, the beginning, the middle, and then it have the closing part. So you know, you just have to make sure these chapters is documented chapters,
exactly.
You know.
For real.
So what we doing here is documenting these chapters.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what really make that transition is because, you know, in the gospel thing, you know, you will see some things that, you know, that is not of God and thing, and if you're a smart one, you know, you will want to depart from it. And that does make me depart from things, you know. So long story short, I didn't like certain things, and I just depart from that and went and started doing bouncing work, and then I see I had any papers for the army. I went and joined the army. So whilst I was doing bouncing, I was part of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force Reserve.
What?
Yeah, doing music and things.
Nice one.
So doing music and being a bouncer and in the army, juggling those three things. And then somewhere in between 2009 is where I find the beat, the Nago play, the instrumental, the sample. That sample.
So you found that?
That sample used to play in Sabo Latino.
Where
you used to call Attic. You know them Latin nights, you remember Latin nights?
Yeah.
So that sample playing, and while I'm a bouncer, right, I am in the attic and I stand up by the door in my black suit. And the beat come on.
You say, yeah, but until something there.
I started seeing girls just start jiggling and twerking and chopping on the ground and doing crazy things. But I know the artist trained me, so I was like, I started to do all kind of things. No, but I had nothing. I was just going crazy. I was just impressed how these people was reacting to this instrumental.
Yeah.
So one night I asked the DJ, could I get my hands on this instrumental, please? Could you burn it for me? I just wanna, you know, freestyle and just play with it. He said, yeah, no problem. So you give it to me and stuff. And I went home with it and I came up with this. Yeah, wanna wine and move up her waist like it's a twang. She wanna wine to the beat. And
That
then I
just came
start,
to you.
yeah, and I just start going down the road. Hey, girlfriend, where you going from? And then I took it to a guy in Cocorit. That's a guy called Steve I. And we record that song first. There's two versions of that song. There's a long version, and then there's a short version that we would say it's more like a mainstream version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the longer version is the first version, and that version is to play on the streets, and then the streets gravitate and then people see the man and that start going wild and that start going nuts. DJs didn't have it.
So what do you say? Would you say it was like a demo that went out at first?
A demo went out first, and then I got on to a guy called Marlon Grant through doing bouncing, and somebody passed on the card and he was like, "This guy Marlon Grant, he's looking for artists," and I took the guy card. And I started calling Marlon Grant every single day. I didn't get on every day until I get on. And hey, when I finally get on to him, he answered once and then never answer again. I call every single day.
Persistence, boy.
Yeah,
Hey,
boy, Swappi, boy.
Tell you that every day. Listen, I know this thing was burning in my spirit. This demo was burning, and I know you could do something because I did some history on him. And then one day he called, and I was like, "Listen, before you go, I needed to hear this track. You need to hear it." And he was like, "Meet me Port of Spain." So I went Port of Spain.
Yeah.
I had on some big baggy clothes, big old baggy hats, old Timberland on my foot, and he pulled up with an Almira shining, looking nice. And his ass was all over the place, all twisted up. And I have these bunch of CDs in my hand. And he said, "Sit down in the car." And I sit down in the car. And I hit him all these old CDs first that I had, all these old songs. Yeah. And I keep that last for last.
For last.
So when he stick that last one in his deck, he was like, pop the windows. So he popped the windows, put on the AC now because he had the glass down. So I probably like you're saving some gas. So he didn't care now. So he said pop the window. So he said, "Yeah, what's going on? You see this song? I sent it there by a man called First Class. We going to get the rights for this. And we will get it through Kabaza. God bless his soul, he died. Kabaza was a guy that, that responsible for Fireball.
Christian Kabaza.
That's the guy. So he took it and he deal with it and stuff. And we, by First Class, and First Class, we fixed it and that's the one that plays on radio.
Yeah.
And when that played on 96.1, I remember that for the first time. I sat down and I wait for that song because I know it was coming. It was a Friday morning and I don't see that. And I am in a hot galvanized house and I sit down and I waiting a small little radio. And I in my boxers, right? I in my boxers and I bareback and the sun is hot. I remember that morning, Tweez was on. It was Tweez. And that song came on. Listen, I pushed through that galvanized gate and I run straight by my brothers and them. And I bang down the doors. And I say, "Yo," I say, open. And when I open the door, them done playing this song already. Everybody that freeze. And when the song was done, it was just pandemonium all over the place.
Wow.
It was like, the whole community was on here.
Yeah, it was like pandemonium. Neighbors and people and our brothers and everybody, they started jumping out. That was just for one tune, one time we played.
And that just goes to show, right? How giving an artist a chance, how that could change his life, build a community. You know what I mean? That was real good.
Right.
And this was in Silots?
In Silots, yeah. In Silots. So And I had on my boxers. I run through them tracks, barefoot, bang down them doors, and give thanks. And everybody was like giving thanks, same with me too, and celebrating. And it was like, don't study that. And listen, that tune played for the whole day right after that. And after that whole day, every station I turn, every station, every minute, every hour, every shift, after every ad, after every DJ shift, I was like, yo,
go on, Clay, go on.
Go on. So after 2 weeks, I started, I was actually in parties performing. My first performance was in Zen nightclub. The first performance for that tune. Zen nightclub. Woo!
Wow. What? So when this happened, Swappi, when you realize, hey, the song hit, it playing all over, it started in the streets, but you got the official song produced properly and started getting rotation on the area, started getting gigs. When you decided, you know what, I'm gonna leave my daily job and really go full time as an artist?
Well, brother, listen, I was so frightened because the army now, because you're working army and then you're working bouncer and your music, and then they want your time too.
So it's still like three jobs you had there, juggling all the time, boy?
Three job juggling, just trying to take and to feed my baby girl.
Yeah.
I had also write a letter to the army and let them know.
Probably leave.
Yeah, sending my resignation, let them know thing. And then my other job, I tell the boss that I have to leave, and my manager, he called me and tell me he was like, you could leave. And I was like, you sure? And he was, yeah, go, you could leave. You could officially leave your job. I was like, Marlon, you sure about that, boy, Marlon, boy? Where this guy going?
Yeah? Yeah, you going like he baby run away or something. You have a little baby,
okay.
Yeah, but we just come on, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you could continue, yeah, man.
Where I reach?
Yeah, you reach where you leave your job, where you know about to leave your job, yeah. I was asking Marlon if you're sure. You're sure. But yes, you had doubts still.
No, I was scared. I was doubting because listen, I mean, I'm holding on these jobs and I'm seeing a little change. So I'm eating okay.
Yeah.
And then this artist thing, I've been trying that for years. And it never came true. And then now this manager of mine is telling me to leave my job.
Yeah, but that was a big risk. Somebody DJ, big up DJ Kid Frosty asking which song is that we talking about. Now go play. So now go play. Yeah.
Big up everybody on the live. Good night. So when you tell me that, right, I was still working on this Treasure Queen. Right?
Yeah.
When you tell me that I was working on the Treasure Queen, I was still patting down men like Charles and Trevlin and
your tune playing and your tune blazing.
And my song playing, and I'm working on the Treasure Queen. And I
patting down. You real good boy?
Yeah, and I patting them guys down. I'm still working on the Treasure Queen doing security. And Talpri woke up to me and he said, yo, he say, my brother, he say, that tune they mad. You send that tune there? That tune crazy, man. That's so mad. He say, you don't need to. Yeah. Talpri tell me that, and I was like, yeah, man, big up, man. Because
tell me, you're working on the Treasure Queen, you're on the Treasure Queen.
Yeah, you ever get a performance?
You seen girls bubbling to your song. And they watch it.
Well, I'm gonna tell all of this, you know.
Yeah.
So what's his name, boy? Oh gosh. We used to work 96.1 of this Ras with the Ras, oh gosh. And I Ding Dong family.
Who's that boy? 96. He's still working 96?
He used to work 96 and his Ding Dong family are Rasta too. His Rasta brothers.
I know.
You must know that. Yeah, well, in the DJ
world. I don't know him, but I can't even call Ding Dong.
And the only person I know are Ras Rodney Fireball King at Ras. That
Oh,
Rodney.
but not so long. That way after, man.
Nah, Rodney, nah, no so. Yeah, Rodney, but this man too, boy, gosh, and you're short.
He is a DJ or he's an announcer?
He's a DJ too.
A short DJ with a Ras.
Boy, fat boy.
The only DJ with a Ras and fuck. Well, had a Ras is ding dong.
Nah,
Umba.
Right,
Umba, you talking
Big
about?
up Frost. He said Umba, yeah.
Umba.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Umba, man.
Umba,
So,
yeah.
Umba do something and Umba, Umba do something and Umba says Swappi. He say, yeah, we're gonna know you tonight, and tonight is going to be your last night. You're gonna work in that uniform. He say, watch this. So Umba and Trevlin are playing, and Umba do something, and he say Trevlin. Give me and Trevlin say, all you want to know who's the man that sing this tune? He played the tune. And when he played the tune, he said, this man is not going to be working in this uniform ever again. And he gave me the mic. And I start to perform and mash up that treasure queen upstairs. People start to go bizarre, not crazy. Yeah, and the
Only treasure queen. When I bass come in there, so you mash up the treasure queen that night.
Listen. That night, everybody was like giving me plenty respect when they was leaving the boat and stuff. And they was like, yeah, boy, Swappi, boy, congratulations and stuff. And that was the last night I was on that Treasure Queen. After that I was invited to Zen nightclub and perform official. And I had on some crazy outfit that I put together with some belt straps and gloves and all kind of crazy thing. All those crazy thing I used to do back then with all these crazy glasses and hats and thing. And I came out. Yeah.
Swappi, this is a story and base. This is his story. This interview here is going to be posted on YouTube because people need to hear these things. It's how people like would see Swappi and figure
don't know.
Swappi get big just so everything was easy for Swappi.
Swappi been through it, boy.
Yeah, so and then so I find these girls, so I've just said big up to Squid. I was like, you know what? I need to have a performance for this. I want to have like a medium girl, a slim girl, and a big fat one. I want the big fat one.
Swappilicious.
Yeah, I want that one to be like the icing of the cake. So I went to buy Squid dance school, and Squid was like, you know what? I have all three for you. I have a girl called Bubblicious or something like that. I was like, you know what? I'll call you Swapilicious. And from there, I started getting the names and stuff. And I outfitted them, and we were ready. We had Charles Marshall was there, Omi McCannell was there, Jason and JW and Blaze with Palance. That year was there. Desh, I think Desh was there. A lot of people was backstage and stuff, and it was like a VIP kind of thing, like all those hip hop artists. And I was like walking in there shy, and I was like seeing everybody in real for the first time. I was like, oh, yeah, this thing is real, boy.
You like a fan back then?
Yeah, I was like a big fan, and I looking at Charles, and I looking at TC, and Omi's my brother. You know, he hugged me up and stuff. He was like, yo, you make it, boy. And he was like, yo, and we was hugging up, walking through. And we was hugging up and walking through backstage and laughing and things. I want to finally reach backstage, and I was like looking at everybody, Jason and Blaze, and I was seeing everybody like dressed up all nice and expensive, and I have on these weird clothes, and I was like, I want to go like these things, but I was
but you stand out, you were standing out.
But you stood out.
But I was kind of like shy too, and then Marlon was like, he was like a big brother to me, like a big brother and a manager at the same time. He was like, you good? And he come with his tall self, and he like looking over me, he was like, you good? I was like, I'm feeling real bummy, but and he just pat me on the belly. I was like, don't worry, man, just walk it through in the head, walk it through in the head, walk it through in the head, and then execute it on stage. And you good. And I did just that. I said, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I walk it through my head. And when they
Mash up the place.
when Bazo introduced me, and Johnny
Bazo?
Soon,
Okay.
big up Bazo.
Yeah,
and
man,
then
Bazo.
and Johnny Soon was in the corner. Johnny Soon was in the corner with his shirt, and he's all white, and he just smiling. And look, girls around Johnny Soon, and I'm looking at this is Miami shit. I was like, what? Damn, like, yo. And they give me the mic. From the time that mic come in my hand, I feel like some powers like transform from my hand, go right up.
You get the bug there. You get that when you get the bug there. You get the bug.
You get it bug.
I was like, yo, I feel powerful. All the fear disappears. Is the fear turn into excitement and anxiousness just to go. And from the time they call and they say they're gonna bring the guy who sing the song. His name is Swappi, but more dramatic now. Introduce him. William, make some noise. Put him on. Swappi. And that curtain bust. Listen, I went and I started to do that funny dance, that left, right, and that left, right.
Yeah, the James Brown.
The James Brown.
And listen, I didn't even reach the chorus yet, and I see napkins was like confetti. The napkins was like a wheel, and they pull up, and I leave the stage. And they call back, Swappi, 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 Swappi. And they beat on the stage. And then they call me back. And when they call me back, I bring on the girls, and then I wheel, and then I leave, and they call me back. And then when I come back, I bring on the girls, and then when they see Swappalicious come on, the whole crowd went into another level now. Another level of excitement. And then when they see she bust that split,
That split, boy.
she do so. And drop, girl, let me see your wife. Drop. And I do the action because, I was the first one that started whining with girls and whining behind them and walking around and giving them instructions and that kind of thing in soca.
Yeah.
So when I did that now and I tell her, drop, girl, and she do so, plap. Listen, the whole crowd went nuts. And I leave the stage. I got 8 encores that night.
Wow.
8
Wow.
that night.
Yeah,
and this story really interesting, eh? This story really interesting because
and of course 8 encores and plus some other gigs, some Johnny Soon and thing too.
Yeah, some other gigs that night. That night, I think that was actually the that was actually the second week into Carnival. So I kind of like picked up the second weekend.
Right.
So I started getting ladies' night out, and the Soca and Mocha and all these late morning events and stuff, and all those school events and all these things. And then I started doing all these road and thing, and every truck wanted me, man.
Yeah, right. That was when that year you could have went on road match too,
Would you say this song bust late in the carnival?
Yeah, it did.
That's one of the late bloomers.
Yeah,
it was a late bloomer.
And it was one of the fastest soca hit that ever creep for a new artist.
Yeah.
Like I have my trophy to show to tell you that, man. Like it's right there.
No, I don't know if you can recall this, Swappi, but I remember my first interaction with Swappi before he bust. And I'm gonna jog your memory. I don't know if you remember this. I can't remember where I met you, but I remember meeting you and you tell me, boy, I have a song to drop for you. Right? Listen to this, right? And back in those days was CD. And I remember the security called me and told me, they say, if you have an artist outside here, boy, and he wanna see you, he have a song to drop for you. Right? Yeah. I said tell him, and Swappi waited. I go and jog your memory, he was with your daughter. You came with your daughter that evening.
She was small.
Yeah, she was small. And he came with his daughter and he waited and he pushed his CD in my car. And it was a reggae. The song was a reggae.
Yes. Yes. In a small little car. It's so quick.
I
Yeah.
still have
He
it.
still have it. He still have it.
Yeah.
Right.
That
You
is
know
true.
what I mean? And,
That is
and,
true.
and, and it just shows the persistency, how consistent you are as an artist, and what you brought to soca. A lot of people didn't realize you brought theater to soca.
Yeah.
Well, the showmanship, I got a different kind of
Yeah,
showmanship.
yeah. He brought. But when you know Swappi coming on stage, everybody coming closer. And they say, just say, "Let me see we coming with. Let me see
Yeah.
we wearing." And you, oh yeah. Dress code. What you wear too is very. So let me ask you something. You are a designer. Somebody used to design your stuff, or you used to do your thing for yourself.
That's
Man say
all.
you do it for yourself. Man say you
That's
do it for yourself.
Way,
all me. That's all.
like,
But then
so
I
you.
started. When I started off, I started doing all these things with my hands. In my hands. All these
Seriously.
things with my hands. Yeah, putting these things together in my hands. And then when moving forward, like in 2012, like for the 3D and 40 days and stuff, I started going on different sites and ordering like more spatial and more futuristic stuff. Like
Right.
cyborg sites and all these things, like cyber dog and these things. And I just like out of the box and crazy. These things. I don't walk to the future already. Walk and come back and tell
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah, and tell
Yeah.
you we're going way.
Now besides it, now I go play one of my favorite songs from Swappi back in
Bucket.
that era was the oh boy, Bubble and
The
Adi. How
bucket.
much wine I get from this song, boy?
Well,
That DJ, boy.
Yeah.
What? This was a tune, boy.
I have a story
Everybody
about
from
that.
another DJ spot.
Every girl wanna look at DJ. Every woman wanna live at DJ. What? Every girl wanna live at DJ. Every girl wanna DJ. What? Every girl wanna look at DJ. Every woman wanna live at DJ. What? Every girl wanna live at DJ. That's right, you know.
Mind your bottom. Yeah,
Pull
man.
up. Pull up.
That was
You know
a
what?
tune, man. That was a tune.
Let me give a story on that song Swappi, right?
Oh,
I'm
God,
gonna
you
give
are
a
real
story.
stories tonight,
Yeah,
boy.
I real stories.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm giving a story on that song, and I want to also talk about Blacks when he released Hulk. Now hear this, right? Now I remember going to work that when that song now dropped, and that is how to show you how society is, how people are, and how things could just change. I
Yeah.
remember they had a poll on the song, which part I working at the time. These guys not working there anymore, but they used to be working by us. And it's asked people to call in and we think about the Swappi, Bubble and a DJ. And people call in and people started to say, nah, I ain't feeling that song. I know, I ain't think, I ain't.
Yes.
You know that song end up one of the biggest songs for
Of
the
course.
year that year. Or another song I see that happen to is Black's Hulk. People burn out the Hulk. Nah, I ain't sure about it. And that Hulk ended up a massive song. And that just
That
shows
was
you.
because blacks in it because they couldn't picture blacks as Hulk.
Yeah.
You feel Swappi could have sing Hulk?
How you mean if Swappi did sing Hulk? But Swappi come out. Swappi wasn't a Hulk out now neither. That was somebody else. If Swappi did sing Hulk, there would not be no question. You could see Swappi as David Banner as Hulk, Lou Ringo,
Yeah.
blacks. You know better now.
Swappi,
Yeah, but I
go
don't
with
know.
Bucket. One of my favorite songs too is Bucket Boy. Bucket have a different kind of energy. You know,
Yeah.
I remember seeing you running out in a fete with Bucket Daddy. And when
Yeah, and that was the first time you tried like a power too. That was the first time doing a power too. What made you wanted to do that power?
Yeah, that was my first power actually.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. And then that, but the whole history with that, that was so funny and ironic. I went down in Sila and I was lying with my brother them as usual. And then beating some buckets and thing and balling bucket, a bucket, bucket. Just teasing a man and just calling them bucket head, I'm beating bucket and just balling bucket.
Serious.
Bucket. Yeah, them just doing that whole night. I said, Juice, I'm gonna make a tune out of that.
Yeah.
He said, boy, you talking about, boy, you give me a tune out of bucket, man.
Yeah.
I say, yeah. I say, this carnival effect in it, the bucket. Want a girl to take,
Yes.
and I start going to dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Back it up and drop it. Boy, the free of that, the free of that, the drop it. Just free up yourself, free up yourself and drop it. No matter what you betting on it, what that fool I want, look at the foot, look at the nice, look at the peace, look at the ropes, look at the fingers, look at the balls, look at the venue, look at the drink whatever you like, people drink whatever you like, every bag it up, every bag it up, everything is nice, but yeah, it's everybody
Bucket boy. Watch me, you
Bucket
couldn't
boy,
get a
big
bucket.
tune.
That year you couldn't get a bucket in tongue, boy. Bucket sell out, boy.
Bucket sell out, boy.
Bucket sell out. Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let me drink in the bucket. Now that's why it's just wild thing again, you know. And class was like, class time, like it. I was like, I say I want that kind of chun 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 chun.
Orchestra kind of vibes.
Yeah. I always like that now. Always like obsessed with
Drama.
the nights, you know, those nights, there's King nights and English nights kind of hits. I'm always excited to hear that now. So it's like, yeah.
Stabs. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was like, you know, pack it up and suck it. Boy, don't afraid of that. Afraid of that, this bucket. Just free up yourself. And no matter what we fetting all day, whether cooler or bucket of hot, bucket of nine. And I just start going on and on and on and on. And I was just seeing drinks all over the place. But that song was to be for me and Marshall to do.
Oh.
You lie.
Yeah.
No one.
But Marshall, now me and Marshall will discuss this. He agreed to do it. But then that year he had so much thing going on. He had his 3-0 rum that he was promoting hard.
Okay.
And it was like when he heard it, he fell in love with it. His part in that song was where that cooler or bucket of hot, bucket of nine. Drink whatever you like. That was his part. It's got it. Yeah. His part was
And that would have helped sell some 3-0 too.
well.
If you think. Well, I mean, you already had the 3-0 song.
Please.
Well. No, I mean, you needed some help, the 3-0.
Please.
All right, that's stop.
Yeah, it's too loud. Too the dog.
Okay. All right, okay.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know, Swap, I find you should do that song, you know. I gave him a blessing. He said, go ahead and do it. But you go do good. You go do real good. Go ahead and do it. You go, I give him a blessing. Go ahead and do it. I was like, yeah, sure. He was like, yeah. I have so much going on. 3-0 rum and I had all them things. I was like, well, blessings, man. And I went and do it.
Right.
And then,
You ever come back after and tell your boy, Swappy boy?
No, well, they actually played it in Pets and stuff. Yeah, they actually was playing it. All bands was playing it before they in the set, you know. So it wasn't a set. You know, that year was very, very powerful year, man. I remember that year like yesterday.
2011.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that song.
2012.
2012. Yeah, but now, Swappi, we had some highs. We talk about the highs. You know, we had to talk about the little lows too, no? You know?
Yeah. Because I was going there because Swappi at that time where you were raining every single year.
From 29 to that 2012.
And then it had a little lull. It had a time where it wasn't here in Swappi. And
they bad talking you on the radio, all kind of thing. They want to see you. You know, you're walking the road, they're crossing the next side, all kind of thing.
Tell us about that.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, what happened? What caused that?
All that happened because I just called the man name on Soca Monarch night, you know.
Ah, boy, I'm glad you mentioned that because,
right. Right, we know the thing go. Soca Monarch night, you know, it's all fun.
Yeah, but to me that night, everybody was kind of at each other. That night, everybody was speaking on each other.
I was prepared for Picong. You know, I was prepared for any kind of talk and thing. You know, and then I was prepared as well to give back. You know, as any artist.
So it's a competition.
Because it's a competition. It's not to say like it's a fete and it's a normal party, that kind of thing. So to compete, these are the things that, you know, need for ammunition. So moving forward now, I do something and during my performance and thing, I was advised to do such, you know.
Who advised you? Who gave advice?
this guy, boy, this guy who does do the magic thing. I remember this guy who does do the. It's called him
Guess.
Yeah. So he was like, you know, that's
You taking advice from a magician? I love peanut butter sandwiches.
Nah, but check it out. Hear this. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm going to make it disappear, boy. Swappi,
no, check it out. Swappi, I'm going to be real with you here. I was amazed by it because I was in the former years I used to host Soca. Like I host Soca like 3 years before that. But that particular year was the first year, and the girl I was with at the time said, "Let me go in the crowd now. Let me go general now." I said, "Girl, you be on them thing, she now. Let me go. You gonna like it." And that year is the year when Swappi sing, and I was like, I watched the performance. I was like,
that was Shaw.
Yeah, don't the Superman outfit. You don't have Superman outfit then?
No. That was a different. No, I never wear Superman outfit, brother.
Oh, wasn't you? Was it or something? Okay.
It was Marshall was wearing the Superman.
Oh, he had the Superman outfit. Okay,
yeah.
Right.
So anyhow, so I was like, you know, Superman do fly on strings.
That is what I get. I know somebody. I don't have Superman outfit. Yeah, right.
Superman do fly on strings, and the whole crowd went off on that, and I disappeared. But we're at least lagged the whole performance in me because you know I had to disappear now. And that lagged the performance, obviously.
Right.
But after that, so backstage now.
Mm-hmm.
So we squared off like Lord of the Rings. Marshall and Chow and Colonel and I think some of his dancers were there, and one of his water boy. I think Screws was there too, and my team. Marlon Ding Dong was over on my side and the crossover and class and thing. Like my
because
team.
Ding Dong was your DJ, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But he ended up, you know, crossing over because you know he works over. So anyhow, so Marshall bus open
very interesting story.
So Marshall bus on the center. He's like, yo, Swap. Are you good to my dad, man? God. It's blacks. It's this one. It's that one. And you too. I took you, brother. And then you know, and he had his hand on top of my hand, you know, like we shaking hands, you know, like
Johnny Bravo say he was there. Johnny Bravo on the live here, you see he was there.
Right, Johnny was there too. And then we hands was like holding each other hands like that, like his hand on top of mine and we was holding like brothers now. While he was talking. So at the end of his speech he was like, "No man. No. We don't roll so." And then everybody else was like, word. All I was just hearing is word. And that's all I. And I start to get bummy. My mouth get dry. My eye get white. I start to see my future disappearing before my eyes. All what I worked for, they start going down the drain. I start
just
seeing.
Because you take advice from a magician, eh? Remember that. People watch you taking advice from.
Not volume now. Come now, go.
All right, okay. All right. Now just letting people know.
It's mid-range now, mid-range.
All right, okay. Sorry.
So I started getting bummy. I started seeing people disappearing from my team. I was like, what going on here, boy?
Is that the lose your soul, yes?
They stand up for you, boy.
People disappear. Anyhow, I see the Chinese man now walk up to me and bust out from nowhere. I squeeze it on like that. I say, Swappi, from Monday morning, all your music will be coming off.
Serious, boy? Wow. That's sad.
And this the other. And then, listen, I got so devastated that night. I don't know, like I just wasn't thinking straight. My head started shaking like that. The girlfriend that I had then, she stood with me. I'm not sure. I think Ding Dong was in my car. I think I dropped Ding Dong home. So I think it was myself, Ding Dong, yes, and my girlfriend. And that ride to our destination was very silent.
Slow. Yeah. Wow.
Silent. It was silent in the car.
Slow singing, flowers bringing.
So it was silent, man. Listen, I started seeing my career just disappearing for real. So I asked him, I was like, how you think it was? He was like, yeah. I was like, you think they'll be all right? You think everybody be good? He said, yeah, man, don't worry, man. He just, But I know these guys, they'll play in terms of, when they say something, is word is word, But anyhow,
I can relate to them thing, but go ahead.
Yeah, boy. We been there.
But anyhow,
We been there. Yeah.
I was like, when I started seeing happening now, then class called me the night. And class said we had a talk in the morning swap. I was like, what do you mean? He said, like, you're real serious. So class come down to Sealots. And me and class started talking. And normally we just pull weed together, right? And this is our brethren's code this be. Now if you're smoking weed with a man, right? And Ian passed that weed to you. You know what I mean, right?
Problems.
Trouble.
Yeah.
It's not one away again. We're not rolling again. We ain't rolling again. We pulling.
We roll. Was it purple haze? I know you like purple haze now, boy. We roll some purple haze in the past.
Because we normally smoke. We just smoke together. These brethren, right? Produce everything. So he come down with the weed and he's smoking and thing. And while he's smoking, I pour out my hand and then he do so. He said, "No, you can't smoke this way."
Wow.
He was like, yeah, now come from a meeting with Chow and them there, and now come from a meeting, and it's nice. I was like, anybody associated with me is problem. So guess what? Anybody associated with Swap is problem. So guess what? He had to pull away. So everybody started pulling away.
Wow.
And then now that same week, it started infiltrating in the industry. Then this big strong DJ, what's his name again? We so ready. Oh gosh.
DJ Dane?
Nah,
Dane?
No.
not Dane, but, oh gosh.
He said big and strong and red.
So the big strong man on red is Dane?
Is Dane the only muscle man?
Now, all right. You say boom. You say boom. Oh gosh.
Boom, red.
My head nice too, so I might.
Yeah, right. I know whoever. It'll come to us. Yeah.
So he called, man. He was like, "Yo, Swap." With the happy voice, and he was like,
"Oh, Happy."
No, people, you go. It's Happy.
Mike Jones that used to work on thing.
It's Happy and
anyway.
then it used to be up. I'm talking about Boom Boy. We ain't talking about Red again. He's so
Sachi.
Oh, Sachi. Oh, all right.
So Hollywood.
Yeah, the Hollywood.
So when the Hollywood call, man.
Swappi boy.
Swappi. Yeah, that's when I know it real because it reach he. I even reach he.
Yeah.
And filter through. That mean he's grown and he's everything and he's this and he's that and he's his voice, And then they start talking on the radio and now and then I start seeing it in papers and that started having me down a lot. And then from after that, anything I release on, it could be what, it could be good, how good it is. I was like, yo.
I'll take now go play. Go back to your first song. Now go play.
No Swappi, here we're going on, right? And we're on this platform here. This is a platform. This is a platform where, we talk the things then.
Yeah, but watch me. We don't want to put Swappi in no kind of position, right?
At all.
Because Swappi right now, you have artists who are in the circle It have artists who in the circumference with one foot in the door.
No,
Some people right now have one foot in the door. And then have artists who are outside of the circle.
I was going to ask him how you feel about talking about it now after the fact.
I spoke about this already, man, on many platforms.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes a man might say something and I might say, hey, they say it on KG and RKG and B show and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
so I wonder if it's something you had a conversation, about before. It's on a different platform.
Let me tell you something. Let me just, for the record, right? Everything what is being said now is just the past, right? Everything that is being said, that was just history. That was just things that happened in the past, But it's not like normal, But
right.
Moving forward now, we end up fixing things, and he called me, and we reconcile, and he said that the reason I'm talking about the Chinese man, right? He called and he reconciled, and we reconcile, and he said, because of such and such, we decided to give it a chance, give me a shot again. But don't make that ever happen again, because I tell him I'm sorry, but at the end of the day it was just peacock and thing. I didn't mean anything, and from then I start seeing a change, that things started happening again, music started playing again, and everything is everything. So I mean, that's just the way it is, So
That's just the way it is. Yeah. So I mean, for people out there who don't know, I mean, there is, people who have the powers to, make or break, so to speak.
Yeah. So how long did that take, though? How long did that? Because you want us as well. Yeah. How long did that take?
Well, that situation happened in 2014. That's 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. For 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. 4 years.
4 years.
4 years on the practice.
4 years in the prison.
4 years in the Soca prison.
All right. And what song brought you back on the platform?
Well, I'll say big up to you, and boy. You see, Party Start is the thing that bring back Swappi. Image and everything. I just started working out just like that. I was introduced to this guy to go to the gym, and then I started loving it, and I never stopped. So with that, with the whole image, and then with the new music, and the whole atmosphere, the new energy, and that kind of thing.
It was a rejuvenation of the Swappi.
It's a whole rejuvenation, a reboot kind of thing. I started thinking different. I'm not holding nothing in no head, holding nobody in mind, and that kind of thing.
Right.
Like I just going through the thing with love, and just trying to make it out here, man.
So you ain't going to pick on nobody on stage again. That's done. That is done. So
let me tell you something. You see, 2018, right, when I got Party Start, and we went in the Soca Monarch night.
Yeah.
That night, I didn't plan to give nobody no peacock. I am totally honest here. I had planned to give nobody no peacock that night. I was just going out there to have fun and enjoy myself like if I'm a big fat.
Right.
So whilst everybody was just trying to focus to hit me,
everybody was hitting you. Yeah.
And try to hit a mash on my toe and a slap in the face, I was just watching them with a smile.
Yeah, because that night you was the benchmark. That night you was the man to beat. You was the man to beat. You were the man to beat. So it kind of come full circle. Just like how you was sitting, everybody was sitting the man to beat. You 4 years later became the man to beat. Look at life, eh?
Look at life, eh? So
yeah, boy.
I do something and I do my performance. But when I do my performance, then I went home. After my performance, so come when I didn't stay, I had a next show to do.
Right.
And when I do my show, I went home and I sleeping. And I sleeping with mamas and thing, and I hug up. My phone just going when I pick up my phone, congratulations. Then H&B call me. Swappi, where you? I was like, at home. You win, boy. I was like, I win what? Why you win? Boy, you win the money. I'm coming over. Man, drive.
Hey, you coming over that hour the night, man? Hey.
You run him.
Oh, see, boy.
Dog, when I went outside, the man lift me up and spin me around like Hulk. And
What? You done me the
strong,
so?
boy.
I was like, me know where you get all that strength from. I said, look at me.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that was real happiness, boy. That was joy, you know.
Yeah, you see the tour. You see the tours too. The tours.
He's in the toes.
Yeah, the tours. When you get tours, they get strong.
Yeah, it's not a concrete body.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, telling you.
Nice,
So when
boy.
I didn't believe that I actually won until 3 days after it hit me. You know, it hit me 3 days after.
Okay.
I thought it was a prank.
No. I must say those. I'm Swappi. After your management with Hot Dog, the man that really hold on to your vibe, big up to Isaac Promotion. Isaac is a man really hold on to you and believe in you and give that
but
strength.
we have to ask, what happened to Marlon Grant with the Hot Dog? Was it that he was one who pulled away to you too? Because we know he and the Chinese and them were we and certain people were good. Was he one that had to pull away from you too? Or did you all just, part ways, you know what I mean? As you think when?
Nah, he just started to get a little disrespectful with himself. So
okay.
I was like, nah, I can't take no disrespect from nobody. I don't like to take disrespect from nobody as a big man. You can't talk to me like I just. So we have a situation where I was owing a producer some money, right?
Okay.
But the way how the thing that switched back on me now, I wasn't making none. Because fighting me down so dread, and I in the studio trying to put out that tune, but I don't really have the money to pay.
Money, yeah. And a lot of people don't understand that too, you know. Sometimes artists,
Hard, you know. So going through life and trying to move on as forward. The producer now call Marlon and harassing him. So Marlon like take on that frustration. But based on, and if I have to compare all the mad things that he did, and I make it slip without saying a word, I don't think he should have come at me for that, man, because that producer could have just dealt with me and we could have dealt with it in a civilized manner and just move on. Right. But he decided to call Marlon and threaten him. And Marlon now took on that threat.
Well, you went by you. That's Suge Knight, or?
Nah. Nah, I wouldn't call him my name.
Based on the base.
I just asked if it's Suge Knight.
Nah. I can control bass and the bass and the tone, you know. Watch. So the man do something now and he like he get under Marlon's skin. So Marlon do something and he say, hey, boy, and he started to cuss something. So I watched my phone and then I started thinking and then I hung it up. And I started thinking, and a man started cuss me up and thing and say, boy, I get the man so want some money and thing, and if you don't get it. I was like, no way, man. The last time I checked, he works for me. I don't work for him. I don't know why managers always have this concept that artists just work for them. Why did they do that?
Yeah, boy. For real.
You guys are going
why did us do that? Because some managers are not managers. Some managers are just booking agents who pose as managers. Because a real manager wouldn't come at you like that.
It has managers. If you ain't saying nothing, not wrong, yeah?
Yeah. It's only when big tune that will be around.
A lot of managers don't know how to build artists and take the time and go through that process.
Especially in Trinidad. But based on my point is this, which is I have a big problem with. Why managers like to feel as though the artist does work for them and them don't work for the artists?
Yeah, they gotta work both ways.
Right. So anyhow, I was like, listen, you can't speak to me like that. I wouldn't have you speaking to me like that ever again, and I wouldn't allow it. And for that to happen, I terminate your contract. Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was the end of that, and I move on. And I was just freelancing and just doing my thing for myself. Braxton had a little play. I gave Braxton a little play. He failed. God rest his soul. Macamillion, I gave him a little play. well, he started being an artist. He want to be an artist, and he want to shine as an artist and a manager. That can't work.
Yeah.
So I tell him,
Right.
no, yeah, you can't do that. You can't be an artist and a manager. That can't work in this thing called industry. That's madness. That's gangsterism.
Yeah. So how you met Isaac? How you hook up with Isaac now?
Through Benjai. Big up Benjai still, man. I'm a brother. Yeah, me and he was rolling for a little time. And he was like, no, there's little youth man dealing with Isaac promotion. You know, you should get on to him. He go, he have all the vibes. So he gave me his number and I'm gonna contact him.
Okay.
And we start talking from there, and you know, I tell him I'm going to buy Johan and do a tune, and that's how party start come, and he came around, and that's how everything tie up, and that's how from there, you know.
Yeah.
No, Swappi, you were one of the artists. The last time you had a carnival, you had a big song. You know, since you could ultimately reject, you keep coming with big songs, and for some reason, the pandemic come and hit just so. When you man had bookings and bookings upon bookings, the pandemic come and hit. Tell us about that.
Oh God, but that's real devastating, by them. That very devastating. Boy. All the shows and all my bookings just fall up so like fall paper.
Just like that.
Dustbin. Pandemic did that to us. Thank God I was still able to salvage a little thing through, you know, the little virtual things that we've been doing for the carnival a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just about it.
Right.
Yeah, man. So one of these songs, the feeling it I'm hooking it up with now, for you to wanted to go back into I want to call it that the old school or the shadow or the song that you're creating now with Johan and stuff, you know what I mean? How did that sound come about? Not just the song, but the sound. You know what I mean? That shadow song.
Well, let me tell you something. I just find myself liking these kind of old vibes just recently. Start playing the old school thing because my father, when I was a little boy, you know, he used to be playing these things around the house while we cooking and we cleaning and especially Christmas time. So you'll find out every time I washing my car or if I cleaning or washing somewhere, I always put on them old school thing. I go put on a nice playlist, a 80s playlist, just listen to them. Tiny whiny boom boom. And then start listening to and then start listening to them kind of tunes going on the road. And I was like, you know what? We need to kind of recreate this kind of thing back in party, you know, and let people feel this kind of way again. Because people never is you know, while people the whole party is to rock like that long time.
Correct.
The whole crowd. When Shadow comes singing and thing, the party just swaying so.
Front to back.
Yeah, it just sway. You ain't see nobody on the cell phone there so.
Yeah.
While a big tune plays.
Vibes.
And we need to, and I know you used to do that is the pulse of the music, the pulse of the beat of the rhythm, the pulse. And I start watching Uncle Shadow and them style, and watching Uncle Baron and them style, and watching Uncle Sparrow style, and start mimicking it a little bit and start liking it. So when I say I take my little brownie and thing, and I have a little weed in my head, and I put on them thing there. And I put on some instrumental. Nah? What do you mean?
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Just vibes.
Listen, what Molly going on? What?
No, we here.
Oh, yeah, we here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And Johan know this kind of energy too because
you know that music.
Right, self-construction and them kind of days. So them nobody's kind of thing. So with my energy and his energy, Ultimate Jax is magic.
Yeah, man. Unstoppable, boy. Unstoppable, man. It was real nice to see that kind of music come back. I don't think we should ever lose that. I remember even when I did doing If You're Stush Go in the Bush, and was DJ something about that old thing.
when you did that, my paws raised so much. I was coming on the highway when I hear that bus for the first time. And when I hear before you go into the chorus, that I was like, yo, what is that?
I like that vibe.
I wish more artists could do more of that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I wish, and listen, not just why, but do it properly. You see, like how you did that by Red Boys.
Yeah.
Properly, they get that full instrument and the full feeling of the
Real
rhythm.
horns, everything. Yeah, man.
The live instrument is very important.
That is how the party does feel, and that is how the party used to feel long time. And that is how you just get the mood of the party to change. If a boy mash somebody, you go smile too. You go say, all right, hey, that man is good, yeah. Because the
music
mood
is happy music, happy music.
Even if you're walking through the car and somebody get pushed, they go take on that, they go make room for you.
Yeah? So swaps. Let me change the topic a little bit, right? If you get 100 million to go in the ring with Mayweather, you doing it?
100 million?
Yeah.
US or TTY? You talk US.
US.
No, it had to be US. Okay.
What I go and say knock me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what side you want? You want to hear? All right.
Yeah. So the whole boxing thing. So when I see Swappi in this boxing thing, I say, well, there's a gimmick thing or some kind of thing. But I say Swappi. I know there's a man from I say Swappi really represented the C-Lots boy. How serious is this this boxing thing that going on? How serious, especially for you?
Right now, for me, I was in a conversation with Mr. Boxer Potts last night. And during that Boxer Potts, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even was showing me some moves and some tactics and some tricks and whatnot and thing, you know. But I'm doing regular training besides that.
Okay.
But during that conversation, I asked him, how do you obtain a boxing license? He was like, Swappi, you're so serious, boy? I was like, yeah. I was like, where's the procedure? What is the procedure to obtain a boxing license? He said, well, first of all, you had to pass amateur stage. You had to beat all your amateur category. And then you have to fight in your weight category. So if I'm middle heavyweight, I'll have to fight in that category and beat that division. And then once I beat that division, then I think you'll be qualified for boxing professional. I say, yeah,
Swappi, you're serious, boy. You're serious going to this. Swappi, don't go and mess up your jaw and thing, you know. Next thing you
yeah.
Come now, Swappi, boy.
But Swappi, who? Yeah, it's a many artists you like to take on.
Oh God.
Right now we supposed to. Trinidad Killer and I supposed to fight Sunday.
Oh God, you say.
Oh God, I advantage, man. Killer is my dog, boy. Go and know that advantage.
He say you want it, you ready? So I'm
ready for it.
I ready to teach him a nice lesson. I'm letting him know that this.
Killer is my don't get me wrong enough. Killer is a youth grow up by me about go advantage, man.
Now what he wants. You want social media clout, you'll get plenty.
Yeah, you'll get real clout.
Yeah.
What about Alexander Swappi? You feel it?
Well, Alexander was the first one I threw the challenge out to. I threw the challenge out there. I actually called him and he answered, he took it, he was like, yeah. He was like, bring 2 EHS, man. I was like, okay, bring 3. Yeah. So he started training and stuff. And I started training, and when he saw my training, I got a message, and this message was like this: "Hey, Swappi, the superintendent won't be able to partake in that game because his superiors and them, based on his status, he wouldn't be able to take part in the competition." I was like, "Good one, thanks."
Wow.
Yeah.
When I said I wasn't decent Killer, I mean about talking about the in terms of soca artists now. I mean, well, Killer does sing soca too. But Killer had a real workout to come for you, boy. Killer, I hope you working out and thing, you training.
A man say Benjai. I say Benjai. Benjamin.
That is the man. That is the man I can see. That is the man.
I could see that.
Benjai boy. That is a man.
Because I'm going to tell you something, eh? I was in the gym with Benjai, and Benjai is a beast too, eh?
Beast in the gym.
Benjai.
That is your match. That is your match.
I see a beast in Swappi. I discredit it, you know. But I know Benjai is a beast too. I would like to see that match too.
I train in the gym with Benjai, and Benjai freed me in the gym.
You see? Look at that. We calling out Benjai, boy. Calling out Benjai. Benjai, come in the spot, Benjai.
Let me tell you, I was training in the gym, and he was like, he started getting horrors. He was looking at me. Yeah, he was looking at me and looking at my shoulders and thing and saying, Swappi, look at Swappi's shoulders like a shelf. Like a shelf. And he sat, I was like, yo, boy, go and train in the corner, pull yourself now, boy. And he was like, and then he went in the corner and he was on his phone, and then he looking at me from far, and like he was vexed, you know. So he's afraid of me in the gym, man.
Man. But Daisy, man, boy, Daisy, I was trying to figure out who I could really see a matching with you.
Yeah, but what about Johnny Bravo?
Well, I don't think Bravo will run out. He's a coward. He's just big and he's a sponge. You know, he's
Johnny Bravo is a sponge. Come on the live, Johnny Bravo. Come on the live.
He's just soft, bro. He's just soft. He wouldn't come to this. He wouldn't come to this.
You be like, yo, Benjai, man, yo, Benjai. I'm gonna make sure Benjai, yo, Benjai. You know me, man. No, I'm sorry, yo, Swappi, man, yo, Swappi, man. Yo, Swappi, come on, man. You know I'm good for this, man. Yo, Swappi, come on.
Man say, Johnny Bravo said Benjai used to be a boxer, you know?
Sir.
Benjai used to be, but I am now.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about? You're gonna make them feel it by Swappi. So Swappi is serious in this thing. Well, Swappi, just be careful, boy. Just be careful. Just be careful, man. You know what I mean?
Well, listen. Huh? Well, let me tell you something, right? You can be anything you want to be. You can wake up in the morning and say, I want to be a construction worker. And you can wake up in the morning and say, hey, I want to work some taxi. You can wake up in the morning and say, yo, I want to be a track and field artist. You can wake up in the morning and say, boy, listen, I want to be a chef. Anything you want to be, boy.
But those things can damage your... Yeah, correct.
No. But listen, everything have risk factors. Right?
Okay.
Everything has risk factors. You walk outside, you jump in a car, you go down the road, you don't know what may happen. Right? Everything might be, it have the unseen danger. It have the unseen that you wouldn't see. You know? Boxing is just like that now, and it's close contact. So that's why they're training now for the unseen hand, you know, for the unseen move, you know, for that jab, for that, you know, for that hook. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look for the unseen. So it's psychology, it's a sport, so it makes your mind think. You know?
No. Seeing that you was talking to Boxer Pots for the license and stuff, are you looking to get serious? And let me say we develop some youths in the community, because I believe something real good could come out of this. We could probably see the next boxing champion to go to the Olympics and that kind of thing.
Well, when I finish speaking here, you can go on my Instagram account and you can check out one of the videos I posted this morning where Boxer Pot is explaining all what you just asked. We have scholarships and all that. We have the WBC. Right. They are very interested in what is taking place in Sealouts, and they're trying to develop it. We just need the government and those in authority to get strongly involved. We just need their assistance. That's all.
Swappi, hear this. Bravo, seen on the live here. I bench press 475 pounds. I squat 600 pounds.
Don't say shit. That ain't saying nothing.
I don't say nothing.
You could bench press the bench and the bench. Yeah, you could bench press the bench and the person that created the bench press. You still gonna get licks in that ring. Bad.
The man say front shoulder press is 375 pounds.
Yo, you could do that by double 2 times. That ain't saying nothing in boxing.
All right.
Oh, good. Interesting. No, also back with the music. There was a time in your career when you was under the Vikings. Correct me?
You do some serious history, boy. Up to you, boy.
Come on.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
The Vikings okay.
What happened is that it didn't last that long because, you know, you know, things wasn't really going the way how I really pictured it to be.
Yeah.
You know, so I just decided, you know, to just go my way. But I didn't sign any papers. I was just moving with them to see how things go.
Verbal agreement. Right.
Yeah, we're just moving. We're just moving. But listen, I love this. I love these guys' vibes, man. Fian, you know, they did a lot for me. Galen, he did a lot for me. You know, they pulled me out of a lot of situations. They're like my big brother and sister, man. You know.
Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now check it out. Moving forward, Swappi moving forward. What you have musically?
Musically, boy, I just released a nice rhythm, you know. We just released a rhythm in night. Anyhow, Swappi have a song called No Worries. Go and check it out on YouTube. It's bad. It's a nice afro.
No worries.
It's a nice afro. And listen, we have some things coming. Listen, we have some, oh God, we have something to shake the place up, you know. The place had a shake. Right now the place isn't shaking. The place need to shake.
Yeah, boy.
Now Swappi, listen, right? You perform by your antics, man, on the stage. Your most embarrassing performance.
Oh God.
Yeah, you ever fall down? You ever fall down there? Doing your James Brown thing?
Yeah,
Come on, let's perform with them tips, boy.
You see how your sickness, watch it.
Let's perform with them tips, boy, Swappi, boy. You put your toe out here.
Let me man finish that.
Oh, sorry.
I tell Ecliff when he making the jacket, don't make it so long, right?
Okay.
So it was a little long now, so I put on the jacket, but I find it heavier, and my head nice at the same time, and below the shoes now it's greasy. But how I'm performing now is the stage is a board stage, so you know the board now a little slippery.
Yeah,
So
boy.
under my shoes greasy. I have on a heavy trench coat and it's too long. How much equation is that? There's about 5 bad equations there.
Yeah.
Slippery stage, and slippery shoes.
Somebody said Boca Fett. What is Boca Fett
I'm talking about? So,
yes, I remember that.
which man, listen, when I run out on stage, I run out on stage with hype. The place nice, the crowd hype. I only seen smiles, teeth. Listen, I feel the back of the heel of my foot just nip the jacket, and I feel the pins coming down. I say, Lord, I'm going down here. I say, so while I'm going down in slow motion, I say, Lord, how much people going to see, boy? I want to know how much people do. Oh God, how to play it off? How to look? Oh
Hey,
God.
get back up quick, boy. You recover quick, though.
But don't do it quick now. So
recover quick, boy.
While I'm on the ground on my back, I only see the lights.
Yeah.
I when my face turn, I just seen a set of girls doing so.
Oh God, hey.
Wait, watch
Yes,
me.
boy. Hey.
Feel real old boy. But man, I had to put my foot up in the air like a mosquito and make it look
but
like
some people was part of the yak. You was part of the yak.
Yeah.
Play it off.
So I say, but let me play this off like let me look like a little jackass, you know. So I roll. So when I roll now, I say let me play it off like I look like an ass. So I roll and I get up now, but like it didn't work now because people was like still sour boy. I was like, oh man.
Cool, boy.
Yeah, but all that in it, man. All of that in it.
And give us a performance when you run out on stage, you say, yeah, boy, I make it. Yeah, I reach. I really, a boss.
You say that already in the Zen, man. That was in the Zen.
Yeah, that is Zen.
The Zen.
Yeah, the Zen boss, this swap day, the Zen. For sure.
There's a new swap, man. There's a new one. No worries.
It's like a movie, baby, when you're getting around. If I only tonight, first fight, just like don't panic. Afrobeat vibe thing.
It's something like if Burna Boy was to do a soca, that is how it would be, you know? Yeah, man.
Yeah. Swappi,
But when you think about Afrobeats, well, I know you was always into the Afrobeats and thing. When you think about the whole Afrobeats movement and thing, no voice one.
Well, I was one of the few that started to jump on the movement seriously in 2017 when I dropped Anna.
Yeah, boy. Anna, yeah.
And then after Anna, well, I drop, of course, oh gosh, those the next one with the video there. What's that song called?
Was it Digicel?
Yeah.
Personally, later.
No, not personally.
Yeah, personally
properly.
was after. Properly, yes. Properly, yes.
Properly.
Yeah.
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 So, you know, so the Afro thing is something that the Afro thing, but I don't know how come a lot of people not doing the Afro and getting the phrases and thing right and some of the lingo and that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. But you do it for them, man. You do it for them.
Yeah, I taking it to them. I not holding back. I go shoot for the stars on the moon. I not holding back nothing.
Oh, name artists you like to work with Swappi.
I want to work with Wizkid, Bad Boy.
Wizkid.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Why Wizkid?
I always like Wizkid vibes. From
He talking about Trinidad Wizkid, you know, he talking about Afro Wizkid, he talking about Trinidad Wizkid.
I know that. I know that.
Let me make sure.
Yeah.
Although Trinidad Wizkid is bad. Yeah.
Trinidad Wizkid very bad too.
Is that about Trinidad Wizkid?
Yeah, he's a producer.
Yeah, boy. And he could do the little Afro thing too, you know. So in terms of the traveling by Swappi, I mean, artists are allowed to travel and thing right now. What's up with you with that?
Well, I waiting on my papers right now. Papers and that, so you know that is go.
Yeah,
and then you know with that whole thing, you know, there's a whole different thing again with that whole different thing. If we say that word, this life might get cut off, so we have to be careful. We can't really say that word, but we know. But we, as it's saying, sense.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But it is what it is, my brother. It is what it is. It is what it is. Family wise and thing, all the family going on thing. I mean, I know your part proposed and stuff. Any plans for the wedding? What's going on?
Boy, me no how gonna happen with our wedding, not because if all things is right now. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. We just don't know. Again now.
Yeah.
We under this lockdown thing here. We don't even know if it coming out for real or what. Because every time they're saying it, a next one. Because they're now talking about a new variant now, so and that's circulating on
Delta.
Delta now, so that's a whole scary scenario you know, because if this place continue to go like this, man, I think I might start get my bundles and up the fly.
Yeah. Well, a lot of promoters right now looking to take their brand and have it away, so just in case they don't have nothing, you know what I mean? They're outside. So this is what they had to do. What you had to do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Swappi, good vibes. I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for your time here on the live. I mean, a lot of people learn a lot about Swappi tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
as I said before,
a real one, but
people would see you.
I remember tell me want to do an interview Swappi and you tell me I don't feel like coming back out next year. Nah? Remember you tell me that?
That was that same 2014. That was the same year.
That was just the other day. That was after party start, boy.
Serious?
After party start, you tell me, boy, I feel like I ain't coming back out, you know, because I know they go think, want the thing. You was afraid you could have come back again, you know?
Yes, it's true. And then I come back with John.
You come back, and I'm real proud of you, man. I'm real proud of you, know?
Yeah, man. Keep up the great work, brother.
Yes, KG.
Okay. One more thing, though.
I mean, after your accomplishments, I mean, you're still on that journey, but could you see yourself bringing out other artists? Like how you wanted that break?
Yeah, of course. Right now that we're on that journey right now. Those same youths in Silas right now trying to develop Silas bad, but I wish I had some money right now to put into
Yeah,
Silas.
boy.
Eh?
You know, Silas had the recording studio, biggest recording studio in the country. Silas was in Silas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was
Record
told. I was
plant.
told.
Yeah,
Yes.
record plant and recording. He used to press records and things in Silas. Silas had a recording
You
studio. I'm telling you.
I learned something tonight.
David Rudder, Charlie's Roots, all of them used to go right there.
Used to record it in Silas. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
So we're on that trend right now. You know, there were a lot of talented artists in Silas. Bad, very bad. When I tell you bad, the bad, just like those youths in Trinidad, they have those that kind of energy, that kind of flat, that kind of flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So it's good vibes, and you know, we're just looking for the support of the government instead of just coming there to like heavy down and listen. Sunday they did a thing, they did something that wasn't nice at all. Now, we know Silas is considered one of the hotspots in the country, yes?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crime and whatnot and nothing good that's come out from Silas, so people say. All right, the police now will come there and stay there 3 hours so that nobody will box. They stood there and stand up there so that nobody will put on our gloves and just, you know, they spark it out. They come in a hotspot area where guys who would prefer in the morning to go in Port of Spain and rob everybody on the highway, going in and coming out. You stop these guys from putting on our gloves to just to spark. That's what the police did.
Yeah, but I think it's really about the COVID protocols and people gathering. One of the matches they were that real people boy Swappi. What about putting the boxing on like a live on a, you know, a live thing so people could still watch it somewhere or something?
No, granted, we know that night it had a lot of people because of the interest of the action and that kind of thing, and its community. And yes, we dealing with the crowd control, we dealing with the social distancing, and we put strong restriction rules that everyone must have their face mask and so on. All right. But regardless, listen, I mean, this is something that is positive. You know, it's recreation, it's recreation. And due to all this pandemic and everything that is taking place, these guys decide to do that. They didn't have to. They didn't have to. They from the time they stopped that, a lot of killing start. You know, the shooting things start back immediately.
But I think there should be some kind of talks going on, some kind of mediation going on between, you know.
Because listen, a lot of communities is loving the action. They have been inboxing me and calling me. You know, we have Grenada and all is involved in this. Grenada hasn't been inboxing me, and we have been having discussions, you know, to merge the two together and have some of their fighters come to Trinidad and let's make it a Caribbean thing because it's infiltrating into, you know, in Trinidad and it's infiltrating in the Caribbean, which is great. It's not even music, it's sports. And surprisingly, we have young people that is interested and it's very rare that young people get interest in sports. You know, they're more interested in, you know, the games and YouTube and when I hold a gun and that kind of thing. And here it is
so we could safely say this venture here is a great opportunity for people in the ghetto, people who aspire to do something.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes with ghetto, certain people doesn't want to get involved with ghetto. So the ghetto had to show, you know what I mean? Everybody had to work hand in hand, you know what I mean? Everybody had to work.
Let me tell you something. When they stopped the one in Silas, Maraval had boxing.
Okay.
So while they're trying to stop Silas boxing, Maraval boxing going on.
Yeah.
So community gravitating to the thing. So could you stop everybody now? So what they need to do is just get involved and help us put the logistics in place so that the thing could carry on. Listen, if you're really stop crime and they really need to curb crime, you have to show that you really want to do it.
Yeah,
You
boy.
can't just talk it, not because you're not part of it, not because you didn't came up with the initiative. It doesn't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Well, I think the one man who you might want to have that talk with who could really do something with it. They're trying to get him out right now, but it's not.
Who's that?
GG. We know if what his future is, but you know what I mean. And I think he's somebody that might be open to. He talks once it's done in the right way, but 1,000 people can't be gathering around the boxing ring. You know what I mean? You can't. Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that one, but we can fix that. That's minor.
Yeah,
that's minor.
Something like that. Something like that. Put it live or do it something.
We can't make that the problem or make that seems as though that is the problem. That's minor. That could be.
Yeah, let me get a sponsor, put it on TV or something. Put it on TV or something. RKG like put it on TTT now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on,
man.
Right. We got sponsor.
Back in the day, they used to have wrestling on TV. Remember those days?
TV wrestling. Abdullah the Butcher.
The real wrestling, eh? The real wrestling. Not the fake one, eh? The real one. We're seeing blood.
Were they using the fork and joking up and thing?
Yeah, Abdullah the Butcher, boy.
And back then they used to have another boxing on TV. Remember Tiger Stewart?
Yes. Ooh, Leslie Tiger Stewart, boy. Yes, boy.
I followed
coming back.
Yeah, when I was 6 years old, I was going to RC school, and Leslie was doing a motorcade, and I was about 6. I remember that.
He was a hero, boy. People didn't love him, boy.
I followed that motorcade and was lost in tongue after, you know.
Seriously, yo.
Trying to get a shake hand from Leslie Stewart.
Yeah. So it have a positive. It have a positive in it. It have a positive. You have to look for the positive.
That's it, right?
Yeah, man.
But guys, good vibes as always, man.
All the time. I want to commend you once again.
Yeah.
Commend you. And give the people your handles. Give the people your Instagram handles for them to follow you before you exit the live.
Is Swappi_Swapton. That's Swappi.
Because somebody had hacked your account and you had to restart or something like that, right?
Yeah, so my account was hacked at 38,000. Now it's just starting back. So you could follow me at Swappi_Swapdan. That's Swappi_SWAPPDAN. Swapdan.
Yeah. And you must go on TikTok too, Swappi, boy. TikTok have vibes too, boy.
Yeah, I just be on TikTok, but not so much. I'm not getting updates. So
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What's the music?
Yeah.
Bless up, General. All the best. Keep doing your thing.
GG. Yes, BC. Keep the bass up. The bass, mid-range.
I try.
Yeah.
He swaps, boy. Nice, man.
Yeah. Good vibes. This discussion
so he talks some real things there, but he talks some real things.
Yeah.
I might have to stop associating with you. You know? Because not good for business.
Wait. So the thing go, he jump out the box and he talking things them, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's how it should be, man. You should be able to talk, let people know what's going on, man. Let people know what's gravy out there. Yeah, man. Yeah. Somebody like my friend Diva Phil said, I surely learned a lot. Actually, like him more now. It was important to know the story behind the brand. Bless up. So a lot of people don't know the story behind the artist. So tune in on the live. You could also, DM myself, DM RKG, see who you would like to see on the live. All
on the live, yeah.
Yeah, Right, hey, look, Randy Glasgow production by introduce.
If you could get Marshall on the live, call Marshall if you come on the live.
And you try now, it's RKG.
What about Chow?
Yeah, all that. You call him now.
You call him now.
Alright, okay, I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah. The last time I interviewed him is when he was promoting Super Blue. So maybe
Super Blue.
when he do another promotion, I might be able to get
for Carnival.
You know
once this live running for Carnival, we got a thing, man. We got a real thing.
Yeah, bless. Base.
Yeah, man.
Go check out TikTok, mommy. Go check out my new release. Love Life.
Love Life. You play no Love Life tonight already, Love Life.
No, here we go on. My little setup.
Come now, man. I don't play Love Life.
Pull it now. Yeah, pull it.
Pull it from YouTube, yeah, man. Up to you.
I forget it by my mom, boy.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, your mom going to tell them happy birthday, now, man.
Yeah, celebrated 60 on Sunday. I went and cook for her, boy.
Mom is at TikTok, man. You know, 60 looking like 42.
Yeah. She look good for her age.
What, man? Big tune. Oh yeah.
My struggles and my gain. Every time
that boxing in it, you know.
Yeah, that boxing in it.
Them don't know my heart. Them bad mind and them grudgeful and them want to be apart. Them don't know my life. Them don't know my
Look out for bass in the video too. I don't hear it.
bless me. No, I can testify.
Let me tell you about life.
Life,
I was something.
every time that I fall, God pick me up. God pick me up. Hey, and let me tell you about life. Every time that I stumble, God pick me humble. God keep me humble. So
Never give up. Nice video, man. Look out for bass in the video too. I don't any end.
Yeah.
Inside.
Actually, funny enough, today I posted before I came on the live. I posted the clip with you in it.
Serious?
On my Instagram. Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, it's a good video, good message. It deserves you know. It deserves all the accolades.
Shania say add the copyright disclaimer before they pull you off. Remember, it's distributing all over the world on Tidal and everything now, so they can pull me off still. Although I am the live and I see artists.
Serious?
They do them thing.
Okay,
Let me cut off the live by the way before, Anyway,
yeah,
bro.
before, yeah.
I gone. Right.
Yeah, man. Respect, man.
Next week, please, God, yeah.